Hey everyone. Okay, hold on. Archie is acting up, honey. 1 second. Hi everyone. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hi everyone. My name is Deja, and pretty much what I do is I am a publicist. I help industry disruptors get featured in the press so that they can get in front of the right audience. If you are tuning in to today's live, we are talking about the topic is don't be the hometown hero in the mall. Local exposure isn't enough. Y'all like that topic, that title? My friend, my friend gave me that title. I was like, oh, that's cute. So we're pretty much talking about you don't want to just limit yourself to local exposure. You also want to make sure that you do national exposure. And I'm going to talk about specifically why today. So if you are tuning in and you're watching during the replay, just make sure you type in the chat box replay. Also, just make sure you download my Get Featured checklist. It is free. It pretty much provides you with the 8 steps that you need in terms of securing press for your brand. So you can get that by clicking the link in my bio or clicking the link in the description box. Okay. The common mistake that I see entrepreneurs making in terms of press is that they're only focused on just wanting to do local exposure, right? Or they're only focused on building your local influence. Personally, me being an entrepreneur as well, I never focused on solely just wanting to be the big fish in my town or area. Of course, like I've moved and stuff, so that's another conversation for another day. But I never wanted to intentionally only be focused in on one area, and it may depending now if you have like a storefront or something, that's different. But especially if you have a digital brand or you're a service provider where you're not limited to your area, you don't want to just focus on doing the hometown press. We learned this during the pandemic that why is it so important to have a strong digital footprint. So you can do that through getting press, having a strong social media campaigns, being strong with your marketing, really expanding beyond just, okay, I'm going to be the go-to person in my respective city, but being able to service people on a national platform, right? And let me make sure. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hey, Sierra. Sierra gave me the topic for y'all. So it's just so important to make sure that you are building a foundation that is going to be national. You want to elevate your platform. You don't want to just be local at all. I personally don't recommend that. And how you do that pretty much, at least on the PR side, is you have a national PR strategy. So not saying you don't do local press, but you also think about how to expand your story beyond just, being the hometown hero. Your story, your platform can be large enough to expand upon. What are some elements that you can pull on that make your story have more of a national appeal versus a local appeal, if that makes sense, right? One of my favorite ways to do that is through newsjacking. And so newsjacking is a term where you're basically piggybacking off of news stories that are already being covered in the media, but you're putting your twist on it. So, for example, I have a client that is a realtor, or they're realtors, it's 2 of them, and they are a women-owned brokerage in the Baltimore area. But they can talk about what's going on in the housing market. That is impacting all of us. We know it's a seller's market. We're seeing all the crazy things that are happening in terms of the market that can impact a variety of different areas. It's not just local specific to Baltimore, right? You don't exactly, Sarah. You don't want to be the popular person in town. You want to be known nationwide. I want to be known internationally. Okay, that ultimately is my goal. And how you can do that is by being strategic in terms of your outreach to press. You don't only have to pitch the outlets that are based in your city. Like, yeah, you might have events that are only specific to your city, but you can still get those larger press stories by just broadening the scope of what your story is. Another example of this. So, prime example, my team and I, we just wrapped up a project at Harvard. Yes, Black girls at Harvard, right? We just wrapped up a project at Harvard with the not Harvard University. So we weren't, let me be clear, we were not doing PR for Harvard University. We were doing PR for a initiative that is housed at Harvard, if that makes sense. Because I want to be very clear. I don't want y'all saying, oh, she did PR for Harvard University. No, I did PR for the Harvard University's William Monroe Trotter Collaborative. And so with that, while they are based right outside the Baltimore, excuse me, not Baltimore, while they are based right outside the Boston, Massachusetts area, they had a digital conference that people from across the country could attend. And that's how we were able to expand the scope of it not just being a local thing, right? Because especially with COVID, digital events are the thing. So we were able to get them things like the Black News Channel. We were able to get them press like Politico or The Hill or NBC LX. So we were able to expand that scope, and instead of making it just, oh, they're doing this event, they're based out of Harvard's Kennedy School of Social Justice. They're doing an initiative, but this impacts everyone. We know what the social climate is right now, right? So that's a story that's undeniable because it affects everyone. So when you're looking to go beyond just being the hometown hero, you really have to elevate your story in terms and expand your reach and see, like, how are you impacting people? How are you impacting a subset of people? How are you impacting the masses? Like, think beyond yourself. I challenge you all to think about what your story is and how that can affect a large group of people or a specific audience. So I'm really encouraging you all just to not just focus on the local press. Like, I think it's great to do. Like, trust me, I love getting my clients local news because they get the most positive feedback about that, especially in their community, because everyone's watching it. They're like, oh, hey, I saw you on such and such, blah, blah. But make your story bigger than that. Like, you can do that for yourself. So I say all that to say, yeah, don't be the hometown hero in the mall, okay? You got to think bigger. We nationwide, we international, okay? So make sure you all make sure you sign up for my checklist. So if you're looking to get featured in the press and you don't know where to start, the checklist is a great place for you to start. But then also, if you're looking for guidance specifically to your situation, you can definitely fill out my application to work with me. So you can click the link in my bio, go to work with me, or if you're watching this on Facebook or Periscope, Twitter, whatever it's called, you can just click the link in the description and you can apply to work with me. And then how that process typically goes is you'll fill out the application, y'all. It's only going to take you 10 to 15 minutes. It's not a long application. I just need to get a full understanding of what you're looking to achieve and if I can help you accomplish that. That's pretty much what that is for. If I can help you do that, then we'll schedule a call and then we'll go over during my PR audit a strategy that is going to help you get featured in the press. So whether you decide you want to work with me or not, it's very low pressure. You will at least walk away with a proven strategy to help you take that next step in getting press for your brand. And you know what I forgot to mention, y'all? So I heard that I have badges on IG. So if you like what I'm talking about, if it resonates with you, buy a badge. I have not even played with this, but I've been going live on and off last week, and they were like, you have badges now. So yeah, test that out for your girl. Let me know if it works. But yes, apparently I have badges. So I have a few minutes left, but I'm going to open this up for any questions that you may have. But if you guys have any questions in terms of press and what I talked about today about not just being the hometown hero, please let me know. And I'm just responding to comments. And if you don't have questions, that's fine too. Let me make sure. Let me go back. All right. So, all right, guys, I'm going to log off. If you are tuning into the replay, make sure you comment in the box of replay. I do respond to my comments. And I will see you guys later. Bye.